folks, got more Pathfinder 2nd Edition goodness. Just came in yesterday, except the GM screen. This actually came about 30 minutes ago. I had a quick look at it. Looks fantastic. We got the combat pad, or the initiative tracker, however you want to call it. Condition card deck, and Fall of Plaguestone. Adventure by Jason Ballman. Take a quick look at this. This is all stuff for the GM. The GM's use, the Game Master, except maybe the condition cards, which players would also find useful. They could buy their own pack and add them to their game session. But normally this is GM stuff, so let's take a look at each of these. I won't do any spoilers regarding the Plaguestone adventure, but we will take a look at it, basically. GM screen, just got this. And folks, I can't speak highly enough of the artwork on this screen. This is the landscape version. I haven't actually seen the portrait version, but look at this artwork. Oh my God. This is some of the best artwork on a screen I have seen in a long time, if not ever. You got Ezrin there. I like this. Just look at that. You talk about being inspired during your game sessions. I love a good looking screen in my game sessions. This is fantastic. Just look at that. Again, 4 panels. This is the player's side. You got your Pathfinder logo, of course. And on the inside, let's take a look at the useful stuff. And font is a little bit smaller, I think. So there's more information on here. So you get all that Pathfinder detail that we all crave so much. Got your experience points, falling damage, travel speed, environmental damage, weak and elite adjustments for your monsters. That's a useful table. You've got a description of exploration activities, detecting creatures, like if they're hidden, observed, undetected, and so on and so forth. Very useful. What else have we got here on this side here? We've got specific skill DCs, simple DCs, skill actions. So this second panel from the right covers skills. We've got creature identification. I like how it's got page numbers here. All these little areas have, like this says right here, core 479. So the core rulebook, page 479. That's fantastic. And what else have we got here? From the right, third panel, you can see some of the information there. We've got the terrain, effects, cover, hero points, their use, unconsciousness, death and dying, turns, start of your turn, act, end your turn, blah, blah, blah. A nice listing of all the basic actions and the specialty actions. Again, you referred to the page number in the core rulebook. That is really nice that they did that. Conditions. There's the icon key. We should all have memorized as Pathfinder's 2nd Edition players. Yeah. So for the most part, this is a really useful collection of tables and charts for the Game Master's use. Really useful. Excellent. And of course, there's little bits of artwork thrown in as well. Man, beautiful screen. So there you go. That's the GM screen, the landscape version. Look at it right there. So yeah, highly recommended in my opinion. Although I haven't used it yet, but you know I will. Here we've got the combat pad. This is another optional thing. Otherwise you're using scratch paper and a pen, which I used to do before I got these. I have this for Starfinder. I have it for Pathfinder 1st Edition. Extremely useful. It gathers all that important information for the GM in one spot on a magnetized board that you use with dry erase or wet erase markers. So that combination of things makes this a highly usable, although not essential, part of your Pathfinder game sessions. Really enjoy this. And you just look at the cover, and this pretty much explains everything that it does. And then I'll take a look at the actual pad itself. But you can see these tabs, they have them now for hazards, monsters, PCs, as well as NPCs. And there's some pre-written titles on these as well. Like you got the PCs, they're in blue. It says PC1, PC4, PC2, and so on. They do the same thing with monsters, which are red, and hazards, which are kind of a pastel red. You got the green ones here, which are NPCs. And of course, you write the name of the particular character or monster there, and move it around your board in wherever they set with initiative. And I like this in the left. This looks like where they're putting the actual value of initiative. Like there's the 20, and then here's the 15, and here's the 10. So whatever they rolled was between 10 and 15, for example. I guess how that works. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so each one is 1 point in this example. This right here, this little tab here, that's a condition that you can fill in with the exact condition and lay it on top of the PC or the monster, the case may be. That's new. I like that. Also new is the hazards. I actually have the hazards now, specific markers for hazards like traps and stuff, which is useful. The arrow markers are actually a little bigger now. That's good. And you have a space for dying. Keep track of characters that are dying. Delayed characters. And durations of various effects, which are kept track of on the right. And yeah, that's that. I'll show you the actual things here. Again, they're magnetized. You get 2 of these, as you can see. Magnetized sheets. And again, use your dry erase or wet erase markers to fill them in. Put them in use. There's the conditions. That's great. So yeah, and I get 2 of those. Here's the second, and here is the actual pad itself. Double-sided, nice and heavy. Yeah, so that's the combat pad. Not essential, but extremely useful. So I'm going to make heavy use of this in my upcoming game sessions. Next we got the condition cards. Here's your box. And we're going to take a look at these cards. You get quite a few cards in here. Let's take a look. And just like that, there they are. There's lots of duplicates in here. We've got again, you can use dry erase markers on these as well. Nice glossy cards. At least I think you can. Should be. Duration tracker. Rounds, minutes. Interesting. I haven't really looked too much at these. Condition values that might apply to a card. And you get a bunch of these. I think there's like 6. And yeah, this is like twice as many cards as they used to give out. Like it's a double wide box. They're color coded so that every condition has a different color, although these 2 are very close to being the same. This one is a little darker, I think. Maybe they are the same. They're double-sided, but it's the same condition on both sides, I noticed. And that's another reason why there's twice as many cards. So there's hidden. You got your wounded condition. I think there's 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see if we could focus in on that. There's all the base rules. I don't know if it's all the rules regarding that condition. It could be. I didn't check that. I guess you put the value in there. Dying when your dying value increases. Again, double-sided. And during your game sessions, you would pass these out to players. When you're in face-to-face games, you'd pass them out and hand them to them so they can keep track of their various conditions that might be applied. Stunned, you know, the stunned, slowed, sickened, restrained, quickened. And pretty high quality cards. The typical ones you would expect from Paizo. If you had their any of their condition cards or fumble cards or critical hit cards in the past, they're pretty much the same quality. Well, they are the same quality. And yeah, dry erase. They give you room there to actually write stuff in, so yeah. Gain 1 additional action at the start of your turn each round. You can use this action only for specific actions listed. +1 action can be used to blah, 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 blah. Interesting. And it's got a little time symbol here. So I imagine that helps you identify various cards. Unconscious, stupefied, more quickened, prone, petrified, persistent damage. And again, they're double-sided, there's multiples of each, and they're color-coded to help you find them and organize them. Paralyzed, invisible, grabbed, frightened, flat-footed, encumbered. You're clumsy and take... You're clumsy 1. Everything has a value now. You're clumsy 1 and take -10 penalty to your speed. -10 foot penalty to your speed. Or all your speeds if you have special speeds, like flying, burrowing, and stuff. -1 to dex-based rolls and DCs. Clumsy. -10 feet speed. Clumsy. Is clumsy yeah, it is. So you also have this as well. So you'd also have this card. Blinded. What is this? Yeah, that's the license thing. Instructions. Yeah, this would tell you use your cards or whatever. And of course you could put these in protective cases as well and still be able to write on them through dry erase. So yeah, that's a lot of cards. It's 108 cards. These have proven pretty useful to me in the past. Even with my online games, I like to use these as a quick reference. You know, as if I'm the GM, I could just pull this out. Unless I'm using Fantasy Grounds or something, and then it's just click, there's the condition. But you know what, even then, this is still useful because it's right there. It's tangible, it's right in front of you. Again, not essential, but it can be highly useful. So there you go, folks. That is the condition deck. And finally, Pathfinder Adventure Fall of Plaguestone by Jason Ballman. This is a module. It's not an adventure path, so it's pretty much a self-contained 3-part adventure. I'm not sure how many levels this will take you up, but it's designed for first level starting characters, and literally you can start your campaign with this. I did have a look at it, and it's got a nice story to it, and it's got some beautiful maps, and I'll show you some basic ones here. I'm not going to give away anything, no spoilers. I definitely intend to actually play this. Here's some more. Yeah, we won't look at that. But it's about 60 pages, I think. There's New Faiths. Is that actually a new faith? Let me just take a quick look. I think these are backgrounds. It's got some background side quests, whatever that means. But it does actually have some new items. I think there's some other languages in here. Rules and rewards. Character creation and backgrounds. I guess these are new backgrounds for the game if you're playing this. Adventure Toolbox. Get a little gazette tier on the town of Etrin's Folly, otherwise known as Plaguestone. I won't give any more. But I did start reading it. It's multi-part, 3-part. You got the Mysterious Murder, Ranger's Request, and Into Villery's Lair. And then it goes into the toolbox. All kinds of cool things in here. Rules and rewards, NPCs around town, blah, 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 blah. Blood ooze. Okay, folks, I'm not going to spoil any more of this. This is something I'm going to run. I got this outside of an adventure path, which I'll probably pick up later on down the road. We'll see where that goes. The various adventure paths that are coming. Age of Ashes and so on. But I thought this would be an excellent way to introduce myself and my players to the new 2nd edition system. And I would recommend getting it for that purpose. Jason Ballman, he does some great adventures when he does write them. And this falls right in line with that. It's a great story. The layout and structure and adventure, it's all there. All this would be useful if you're new to 2nd edition or role-playing in general. So, yeah, so I picked it up, so I can recommend it because of that alone. So there is that. So there you go, folks. That is the new stuff I just got, and it's just been released since August 1st, I believe. All of this came out. And everything I have here, I do recommend. And I hope to do more on this in the coming weeks. Actually, I hope to get playing Pathfinder in September next month. Maybe a little sooner, have some practice sessions. And we'll see. I'll be playing both online and face-to-face. Yeah, so that's what I got planned for Pathfinder 2. And boy, I've been waiting for this for a year since it was announced, 2nd edition. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, ask away in the comments. Let me know what you think of Pathfinder 2nd edition. If you like it, are you going to get into it? Are you going to buy some of these items? Let me know what you think. I'm curious as always. Hang in there, folks. It's only going to get better. Take care. See you in the next one.